chat. Let's watch an M1 Garand explode. We're gonna check out Scott blowing up an M1 Garand. So a big gun, a big bullet, a big boom. And Orange Frank, thank you for the follow. Oh yes, we are exploding the Elder Dat. We are indeed. So, let's see how the M1 Garand go boom.
The M1 Garand. Never had one of these before.
Why is he staring?
Do it. Do it.
Oh no. Oh god.
After all, why shouldn't I? Do it.
Oh god.
Do it.
Oh, I could feel that. Oh, I felt that from here. Oh. Yeah. But you know what? At the very least, it wasn't the thumb that he stuck in it. It was the other thumb. No, I have not been blessed with the opportunity to shoot a Garand. I have not been blessed by the Garand gods. So no, unfortunately, I have not.
What's up, everybody? My name is Scott, and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics, and we're back for another episode of When Guns Go Boom. We have tested a variety of popular firearms to failure on this series, and today I have another very popular firearm. This is the M1 Garand. It was in service between 1936 and 1957. It is a semi-automatic 30-06 rifle and is one of the most iconic U.S. service weapons. So today we are going to have a little bit of fun with the M1 Garand, and then we are going to load it up with a very spicy round and see what would happen if it was pushed to failure. I've actually never...
Twice, Scott. Why for you hurt thumb, Scott? Why?
Never fired an M1 Garand, and I'm really excited to try it out and experience the legendary ping sound in real life. This is a M1 Garand clip, and it has 8 rounds of 30-06 full metal jackets in it. When it's on its last round, it will fire and then eject this clip out the top, and it makes a very satisfying ping. Supposed to just push.
And by the way, chat, although I know most of you already know this, but chat and YouTube, this is an actual clip. So anyone who owns a firearm, anyone who owns a pistol, anyone who owns a semi-automatic rifle, this is a clip. What goes into a pistol, other than a Mauser, what goes into a pistol, or an M16, or an M4, or an AR-15, is not a clip, it's a magazine. This is a clip. Just had to point that out, and I accidentally jumped back. So yes, that is a clip.
Last round, it will fire and then eject this clip out the top, and it makes a very satisfying ping.
I know.
Ember, to be more exact, that M1 clip is called a C-block clip.
Okay, if you want to get exact, yes. But it's a clip. One of the actual few clips when it comes to firearms.
Push this down in there.
Oh, I know, Hefe. I know.
That should just... Okie dokie. Let's try this thing out. Here we go.
Nice.
You just got jammed.
You just got jammed.
Oh, jam-o-matic.
There we go.
There's the
Had a
ping.
few jams. You know, some rifles just don't like to be babied. Let's try one more time.
Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Honestly, the ping sounded better in slow motion. You couldn't really hear it when he was firing. When he was, unless you could not hear it when he was firing, because listen again. Couldn't really hear it when he was firing. But you hear it here. Yes, Brandon's ping was better. I heard it, J10. I heard the ping when the clip hit the ground. But you didn't you didn't really hear it. You didn't hear the eject ping, which is what is so iconic. But you heard it in slow-mo. Granted, they probably added in the sound after, but
the M1 Garand apparently does not like you to be sweet on it. Oh. I wish there was a company out there that made something I could put my stuff in and like swing it on my back or something. Well, thankfully there is a company that does that, and they're called 511, and they're today's sponsor, and they are the original creators
we actually watched that video by Garand Thumb testing whether or not that the enemy could even hear the ping in a firefight, and they couldn't. Like, they actually tested it. Unless you're right up on them, you're not hearing the ping when the Garand goes empty. So that was debunked. 100% debunked. Dude, whoa!
They're great for hanging around.
Jesus!
A little dirty, but looks just fine.
Well,
so pretty much the 511 Rush Series backpacks are pretty tough.
This is the appropriate amount of packs when you're in the field. This is appropriate. Yes.
But you know what else is pretty tough? Paying.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird game.
If you use code Scott20, you will get 20% off all non-sale items.
Yeah, Bobcat, I've heard it's an excellent brand.
In the description down below, or you can walk into one of 511's many retail stores. This offer is good until August 30th.
Yeah, Tornado, yes, that is correct.
511 for sponsor.
Yeah, it is correct, because if you notice when he put the clip into the M1 Garand, there's no spring in it. It's literally just a piece of metal holding the rounds together in a group. There's no spring to feed the rounds up into the weapon, into the breech. So yeah, he's absolutely correct.
During today's video, now let's get back to it.
Oh, the rooster.
1, 2. Feel good about this one. 3. Dang it!
Wait on the back. Well, that worked.
All right. Now let's take a few shots at a Kentucky Ballistics.
What? Kentucky Ballistics T-Rex 3D gel target. He made this ads. Okay. I'll back it up slightly. He actually made T-Rex ballistic gel targets. I think this is the first time I've seen them. Like, this is no video. This is the first time I've ever seen these gel targets, and yeah, I'm kinda jelly. Eyes is kinda jelly. I know, K-Dog, I'm waiting. Kaibo's back. Everybody else back from the ads? Cortana's as it was intended. It was intended to be terrible. Thank you, Elstor. Thank you. Somebody tell Game to refresh. Somebody please tell Game Tavern to refresh. Okay. Was there anybody else on ads? Mods, if you would please. Thank you. Okay.
Dang it! All right. Now let's take a few shots at a Kentucky Ballistics
I can't wait to
clear
see this.
ballistic gel T-Rex and see how the M1 Garand does.
Yee. I was kind of expecting a little bit more detail than that, honestly. Yeah, it is vaguely T-Rex shaped. It is. I was kind of expecting something more.
Does against it.
Take this
T-Rex and see how the M1 Garand does against it. Take this.
It's gonna obliterate it. It's gonna blast right through it. I'd say it might even cut it in half. Yeah, it's a ballistic gel T-Rex. Well, it's not, but we've seen some that can be quite detailed. That's why I was like, But I don't know if he. Okay, actually, hang on. Let me move. I am right in the way of that T-Rex, so let me move for the shot. If he hits it right here, I think it's gonna cut it in half. If he hits it in the head, yes, the head's going away. If he's accurate enough that he hits it in the head, it's going away. I think if he hits it in the body right here, it's gonna cut it in half.
Tiny T-Rex. Oh, just right through him.
Yeah. That was surprising. Okay. You know what? He didn't mention what kind of ammunition he was using. So he's probably using solids. Maybe not brass solids, but he's probably using FMJs. Yeah. I just realized he didn't say what kind of ammunition, so it's probably FMJ, so it just sliced right through. Yep. I realized it a second after he shot. It's like, oh, well, this makes sense. He's not using hollow points.
Are we even hitting this thing?
Oh, yes, you are.
Oh, yeah. It's just going right through him. These are full metal jackets. Let's make it interesting.
Now he says
Here
it.
we go. Right in the face.
Ah! Again. I want to see again.
Right in the face.
Chat. Right in the mouth. Right in the mouth. Straight through. Right up the asshole. Straight through. Woof. In the mouth and out the ass.
Jiggle like the best boobies and butts.
Yes, Alex, or Chipotle. Holy cow. Look at, like, and just, yeah, the jiggle physics. Stellar Blade wished it had this jiggle physics right now. Yeah.
This is a visual representation of Ember's state whenever Houston takes his shirt off.
No. No. Not Houston. I could think of something else that puts me in this state. Where I get all jiggly and wiggly like this. Houston doesn't make me jiggle and wiggle. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ah, yeah. That looks pretty bad. I say we give him one more, though.
Oh God, more.
Right there.
I say, it's a repeat. It's a fucking repeat.
Oh. We got a jam.
You just got jammed.
Ugh. All right. Got us a few more targets. I have two liters of Fanta. I have one whole...
How did you just say that, Scott?
targets. I have two liters of Fanta. I have...
Fanta? Fanta. Chat, he called it Fanta. Oh. Oh, my poor sweet summer child Scott. That is not how you pronounce Fanta. You disappoint me, Scott. Ah! You disappoint me. Yes, I know, Cortanus.
have one whole gallon of mustard, one whole gallon of mayonnaise, which, by the way, both of these have been inside a hot barn for a few months. And then
Of course they have been.
64 ounces of pre-mixed shaving cream, but I believe this is supposed to go in a shaving cream machine.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Woofa! Did you see that? Look at what happened to the bottle. Look at the bottle. Watch. Yes, it exploded. The vacuum actually caused it to implode. The level of speed that went through this bottle, that's not cavitation, that's literal implosion. It created a vacuum so strong from evacuating the liquid that the bottle literally imploded. Holy shit! That right there is a testament to how powerful that round is. That one just blew the ass out of it. God!
There we go. Popped out that time. Well,
There's the ping.
looks like the M1 Garand did a great job at disposing of those expired condiments. But there's
Oh,
one
God.
more thing that I need to test with it before we push it to failure. And that is, how would it do against a Furby? I need to know
Oh, God,
if Furby's...
He's got the Furby. Chat, these things are indestructible. Only the Chip-O-Matic can stop these things. I don't even think the M1 is going to be powerful enough to stop the Furby.
He's managed to take over the world, and we had to go back to the M1 Garand as our service rifle. Would it get the job done? Before we shoot it, I feel like maybe I should give it a little something extra, you know? Like...
Oh, God. Appropriate.
America! FBI
Oops. Wrong one. I hit the wrong button. Right through it.
I think we need to give it one more. Oh!
I think it's still moving. Wait. Hang on. I'm not sure if it was still moving after that first one.
Yep. I would say that the M1 Garand would do just fine at eliminating.
Oh, fuck. Now. Okay. You didn't really see much of an entry one, but holy shit, did it blow the ass out of this thing. Jesus.
Let's try a Chicago piano next.
What, drop it on it? Sure. Go for it.
Fine at eliminating Furbies. So now that we've had some fun with the M1 Garand and we know what it's capable of, let's see what would happen if this thing experienced a catastrophic failure. So we have our setup here. We have a lead sled, a ballistic dummy lab zombie torso, some Lexan here on the top. I'm going to set up the M1 Garand in the lead sled. I feel like this is about where it would be on your shoulder if you were shooting the rifle. Then I'm going to load this thing up.
Close enough for government work, I suppose.
Round. We will take our hook.
Ah, there you go, Falcon.
Trigger, and then I'm going to hide behind an engine block and pull the string. My neck scar is itching. That's a good sign.
Oh boy.
But I don't think that the zombie is going to be too messed up from this catastrophic failure. So make sure you stay until the end of the video, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh,
you know
God.
how I know it's really hot today?
Now, I'm gonna say he's probably right. I honestly don't think that there's going to be a whole hell of a lot that's gonna happen with the zombie torso. Because, first of all, look at how forward the bolt is from the stock. This is all wood. This, the receiver is wood, not the internals, but the external. And a spicy 308, like, it's gonna shatter this wood. There's gonna be lots of splinters. There will be loads of splinters, but I have a suspicion it's gonna shatter the stock. And I think that shatter may not actually propel the stock backwards or anything. Plus, don't forget you've got the trap door here. I think it's gonna blast out the trap door, and we've seen this before on When Guns Explode. The trap door is going to basically create a vent for all of that gas pressure to escape straight down. So I think that it's not gonna be fun, but the zombie is probably going to be fine. It's gonna take some wood to the face, like splinters and stuff, and some heat. Yeah, it's a spicy 30-06 Robo Spartan. I think he said it was a spicy 30-06. Yeah, you have a top-facing breach, so that you have a large top-facing breach. You have the bottom trap door. So you have two avenues of escape for that gas pressure. So I got a feeling this is actually not going to be very catastrophic in terms of damage to the dummy. The weapon is going bye-bye. But the dummy will probably be fine because there are multiple ways that that gas is basically going to be going directly away from it.
Have a look right here. Mr. Zombie's face has melted into the lead slate.
Oh,
That is
God.
a good, cheap weld. He is probably an excellent sharpshooter. So standard operating pressures for a 30-06 are 55,000 PSI. This little guy right here is going to be producing upwards of 290,000 PSI. That's a spicy meatball!
God, that's more PSI than his 50 cal explosion. His 50 cal explosion was what? 250 PSI? This is even more PSI. 100, was it 190K? Okay. Yeah. That's even more. Fuck, that Scott said it best. That is a spicy meatball.
Now for the nerve-wracking part, which is placing this inside the gun. All right. Boom round going in. Now I'm gonna have to kind of send that home a little bit. Oh!
Poor Scott.
And now we will.
Alexa, please play Under Pressure by Queen and David Bowie.
Am I? Oh shit! I thought that got taken care. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Mods fixed it. Mods fixed it a while ago. I thought they fixed it. Rex, you may need to refresh. That happens sometimes.
Off. Before I put the hook in there, it won't fit.
Cortez, I've...
Right, a moment of truth, but before I pull this string, do me a big favor and hit that subscribe button. All right. Here we go.
Yo!
Holy moly!
Yeah! Boom! Shit, that was about exactly how we called it. Hang on. Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it step by step. Exactly how I called it. Explosion primarily out the top and through the trapdoor. Yep. Two exits, no waiting. Split the barrel, or split the handguard portion of the barrel. The wood, yep, splintered, but not a whole lot. Like, look at the direction the wood's going. Not a whole lot is going back towards the dummy. You got a few errant pieces here. Most of it's going outside at an angle. Your hand, yes, if you were gripping it, your hand would be sucked. Both hands would be fucked. Yeah, but both of your hands would be bad. Yeah, I think that could be reflection. I think you may be seeing a reflection. I don't think anything hit the dummy in the eye. Maybe a few splinters, certainly. But yeah, it burns on the hands. The face didn't catch any of this heat. It is going to be all in the hands. The hands, you just turned your hands into hamburger. You have. Your hands are now hamburger patties. That is for sure. But it doesn't look like the face and body caught anything other than perhaps some splinters. Everything went out angled this way, or didn't move. The metal coming out of the barrel? Yeah, I see that. Yeah. I'm thinking, what is that? What is that coming out of the barrel? I don't know. Yeah, I'm partially blocking the dummy, I'm sorry, but That's too big. Look at all those chunks. That's too big to be the round. You've got chunk there, chunk there, chunk there, chunk there. That's too much to be the round. Yeah, the barrel lugs. Yeah. I don't know what that could be. Honestly. It could have been projected internal mechanics just getting projected forward, and it's happening so fast we're not seeing it. That could be. It's not that it might be. No, but the muzzle is primarily intact. The muzzle is like I think it may be split, but it's still the muzzle itself is intact. Yeah, that's oh. Yeah. It was something that was in the barrel. I don't know. It was something that was in the barrel. I don't know what. You know what, Drodimus? It could be. It could be the rifling got shattered and projected through. Absolutely possible. That's what I was wondering. I was thinking it was definitely something interior to the barrel, which there's no block. He didn't put a block in the barrel. So it very likely could have been the rifling. Yes. Yeah. Look at that. You could see it better on this angle. Watch, you can actually see. Look at that right there. And then, God, I don't freaking know. Because the muzzle is still intact. Oh, that's what it is. That's what it is, chat. It's the piece holding the front sight. Yeah, it's the bracket holding the front sight to the muzzle. That's what it is. Yep, right there. That part of the bracket. The muzzle does not, it's not the muzzle. You can still see the muzzle right here. Still there. It's this bracket. It's this front part of the bracket. That's what did it. That's what shattered. It was hard to tell from the other angle. And, Moors, thank you for the follow. Yeah, well, okay, you're calling it the muzzle device. I'm calling it the front sight bracket. Ugh. Ugh.
I'm pretty sure that was a catastrophic failure. What do you think, Mike? Why? Holy moly.
No, Alex, they're not. They're not. I'll show you again. Watch. Look at this section right here. This section right here. Hang on, I gotta get it moving. Why are you not moving? Right there. You actually see it separate. Watch right here. This sight remained, but the front part of this bracket, forward of the sight, this outcropping from the bracket, this forward portion of the bracket, ahead of the sight, is what shatters. Right there, you actually see it come off, and now it's gone. Is that the gas block? Okay. Okay, I'll see. Maybe it is. It can be hard to. It could be hard to see. You'll see it on the YouTube video.
What do you think, Mike? Why? Holy moly! I have never seen one.
Good night,
detonate
K-Dog.
like this. Well, I did have a front seat to one of them detonating like this one time, but I've never seen one detonate like this when we are doing these tests. This is
Oof.
truly catastrophic. There is wood absolutely everywhere. You would have thought that I put the M1 Garand in the Chip-O-Matic 5000. This was pretty spectacular. Let's take a look. Get our Lexan out of here. And then here's our table. And as you can see here, the table got smacked pretty good by something.
Yeah.
But who cares? It's just a stupid table. So I'm not really seeing too much damage to Mr. Zombie.
He's got a splinter in the top of his head, it looks like. Look at that. I think he's got a splinter in the top of his head. I think that's what this is.
More so just melting. There is a piece of wood right there in the top of his head. But other than that, he seems like he's okay. Now, that may have been a different story if his face was closer to that receiver. I do think that you would have suffered from some injuries. This is...
I don't know. I think even if his face, even if it was like tighter into the shoulder, like he was actually holding it, I do still think the face and body would have probably been spared. The hands, they'd be fucked. Without question, the hands would be screwed. It's questionable whether or not your left would still exist. Your left, the left hand, going on the assumption that he's a right-handed shooter. Questionable about whether or not the left hand would still exist. The right hand, I'd say the trigger finger's probably gone. But yeah, that would be, that would be probably the most significant extent of the injuries, is the hands, maybe some burning along the forearms itself. Although a quick blast like that, your clothing might actually protect you from the heat blast.
Is the front of the gun, the barrel and the receiver, and it seems like the majority of the explosion happened right there in the receiver.
Yeah.
And it...
You know what, Cortez? Even with the shockwave, I don't think it would be fatal. I don't. Scott had that happen with a 50 cal. And he had it actually shouldered. And it wasn't the blast wave that was the concern. The blast wave was not the concern with the 50 cal explosion. It was the shrapnel penetration. The blast wave was on a scale this small. The pressure wave is not overly concerned. That's because something struck it, big dog. That's because that cap actually struck his eye, struck him in the safety glass. That's what did it to his eye, not the blast wave.
The majority of the explosion happened right there in the receiver, and it is all kinds of messed up. I see our bolt.
Woof.
It actually just fell out on the table.
Yeah.
And it is completely thrashed.
Oof.
It looks to me like the trigger is still around the hook.
Yeah.
Still attached on there. Get that.
And again, that's why I say you're at minimum, you probably no longer have a trigger finger. You probably can no longer pull a trigger with your firing hand. The minimum, the trigger finger is gone from that.
Still attached on there. Get that off of there. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, you're right. We didn't see the muzzle. Let me see if here. You can see it right here. See how the muzzle is cracked? And you can actually see the gas tube is exposed right here. It might be hard to tell, but the gas tube is actually exposed right there. Because the front sight bracket shadowed at the front there.
Is still around the hook. It's still attached.
Oh yeah, the sight is still there. It's the front
of
part of this bracket that I said broke.
Oh, look at that. Just completely blown apart.
Woof.
Holy cow. I wonder if that hammer will still work. Even the hammer's got a broken spot on it.
Oof.
Whoa! Still works.
Yeah, it still works.
You can see right there.
Hannah!
It's got a chip on the hammer. Just throw that in the pile. I got some other stuff down here, it looks like. Got our spring. That looks like something you clean your toilet out with.
Boy.
Oh.
Eh.
Got us another chunk of metal down here. Look at that, man. It's just completely broken.
Is that the bolt carrier? I think that's part of the bolt carrier that got blasted. I'm reasonably sure. That's either the top cover or the bolt carrier. The bolt carrier. I think that's what that is. Yeah.
Just chipped apart. It appears that the stock held up pretty well. Oh man, look at that. Something came backwards, hit that stock,
Woof.
and then this is all blown apart. I mean, I almost have all the parts. We can
It was
put
too
this thing
smooth
back
to be the
together.
rear sight.
So the barrel is split on the end.
Ah! There we go. There we go, Tat. Yeah, so basically what I was talking about, see the indentations here? This is where the bracket was seated. Also around the gas tube. So this section that ran from here to here is what blasted. That's what blasted apart. And then, of course, the barrel itself was split. Yep.
On the end, and our fore end and stock is completely annihilated. Receiver blown apart, and the stock is blown apart. So I have to give it to the M1 Garand. That was one of the most spectacular, catastrophic failures we've had on the channel.
Yeah.
Minus the one that I was involved in. If the M1 Garand had a catastrophic failure, I am almost certain that the operator would sustain some injuries. Let me know what you thought about this test in the comment section down below, and let me know what other firearms you would like to see tested on When Guns Go Boom.
Oh, here we go. He warned us, chat. He warned us. Huh? What's he doing? What the hell is he doing? What? What? He's going to wrecking ball the dummy. No, he's not trebucheting. He's going to wrecking ball the zombie torso.
Could really do some damage, you know, if it swung in hard enough. I think it would really hurt you, you know?
Skip.
There we go. I think you can probably guess what's about to happen.
Oh, God. Yeah, Canito, you said it before I could.
I don't know if this is going to work, but I think it's worth a try.
Chat? On 3. We all sing it. I will sing it. You guys type it in chat, okay? On 3. 1, 2, 3. I came in like a wrecking ball. Oh, guy looks better at the side. Oh, that looks more vicious coming in from the side.
Well,
Oof.
it didn't hit it as hard as I wanted it to, but still looks like it hit it pretty hard.
Lost its
His
head.
whole face came off.
Oh,
As you can see right here on his ribs, completely
yeah.
broke his rib. He has some bleeding internally going on. I think we can do
Yeah,
better though. I think that looks about right.
No,
That's going to be it for
no.
today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought about it in the comment section down below. And if you enjoyed it, do me a big favor and give it a like. And if you're not subscribed to Kentucky Ballistics, do yourself a favor and hit that subscribe button. Also, be sure to check me out on Patreon, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Kentucky Ballistic Shorts, and Kentucky Customs. Links to all those can be found in the description down below, along with a link to KentuckyBallistics.com, just in case you want to pick up a shirt.
Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
Oh my gosh. And as always, my name is Scott. Thank you so much for watching Kentucky Ballistics. I'll see you next time.
This gonna get explosive. Drop the hammer. Oh my. His internal skeleton is now powder. Oh, God. His bones are powder and his internal organs had been liquefied. And if the head wasn't already detached, I'm certain the head would have popped off. Fuck. And Terra 2, so thank you for the follow. Oh my goodness. Wow. Yes, that is a technical term, Albert. Pancakeification.
That would have hurt. Completely just smushed him. His whole rib cage is smushed. What's crazy is I can do the same thing with a 4-bore.
He's doing it
I
again.
forgot about this little old table, did you?
No. Oh, Taya missed the skull, but off.
Oh, you know what?
No, Tara, that's only for Bao.
I don't know if this is ever gonna
Bao
get
is in a
old.
league on her own on that one, that's all. Oh my goodness. That was glorious. Oh, that was good. We got multiple torso infractions on that one.